Iran's top negotiators have left Switzerland for Tehran after 18 hours of intensive discussions, Iranian state media reported. The delegation included Iran's parliament speaker, foreign minister, central bank governor, deputy oil minister, and senior nuclear negotiators, but the process has not yet ended. Iran's technical team remains in Switzerland, where it will continue negotiations on the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding. Pakistan and Qatar, the two mediators, say the first day produced encouraging progress, including a mechanism for further technical talks. They also set up a deconfliction cell aimed at ensuring military operations end in Lebanon. For Tehran, that is central to the deal. Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi said major progress had been made towards ending the war in Lebanon. Iran's foreign ministry also said talks had advanced on sanctions relief, oil exports, and the release of frozen Iranian assets. According to spokesperson Ismail Baghai, the sale of Iranian oil, the issuing of export licenses, and access to restricted funds were discussed in detail and should now be moved towards implementation. But Baghai also made clear that formal nuclear talks have not yet begun. He said the basis of the process was commitment for commitment, meaning any step Iran takes must be matched by implementation from the US side. That caution reflects how fragile the deal still is. The talks were briefly suspended after threatening remarks by President Donald Trump, prompting Iran's delegation to withdraw before exchanges resumed through mediators. There is also fresh pressure from the Strait of Hormuz. Ibrahim Azizi, a senior Iranian lawmaker and one of the parliament's most hawkish voices of foreign policy, warned that the strait was not a personal casino or his backyard of modern-day pirates. His comments came after Iran again restricted passage through the waterway in response to ceasefire disputes in the region. Shipping data suggests the impact was immediate. Maritime intelligence company Windward said only 12 vessels crossed the Strait of Hormuz on Sunday, compared with 35 previous day. Several vessels entering the strait also had their tracking systems turned off, raising concerns over whether the waterway is functioning normally. But the biggest test remains Lebanon. The proposed deconfliction cell is being presented as a first step towards reducing fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. But there are still major questions over how it would work, who would monitor it, and whether both sides would accept any disengagement on the ground. That is especially difficult because Israel has said it is not ready to withdraw from southern Lebanon. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will remain in what it calls a security zone for as long as it considers necessary. That buffer zone spans about 602 square kilometers, roughly 6% of Lebanon's land area. Iran has responded sharply. Ismail Qani, the head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force, warned Israel to leave southern Lebanon or face a repeat of its withdrawal in 2000 when Israeli forces ended a 22-year occupation of the area. Lebanon is also trying to consolidate the ceasefire track. President Joseph Aoun held a call with US Vice President J.D. Vance, White House advisor Jared Kushner, and Qatar's Prime Minister to discuss de-escalation and possibility of coordination cell to monitor implementation. But on the ground, the cost of fighting continues to rise. Lebanese civil defense teams have recovered 13 bodies under rubble in Nabatea and Marjan. Lebanon's health ministry says Israeli strikes since March 2nd have killed at least 4,106 people and wounded more than 12,000. So while the US-Iran process has moved forward in Switzerland, the agreement is already being tested on multiple fronts.